Feeling the weight of the room shift, I kept my voice steady. "Colonel, she doesn't understand the implications." He turned toward me, expression unreadable, the kind of calm that comes from years of command. "Intent isn't the point, Lieutenant." Hearing my new rank spoken in that clipped tone brought a clarity I hadn't expected. This wasn't about family, humor, or misunderstanding. It was about protocol, and once a system like ours moved into motion, there was no easy way to stop it. The truth settled with cold finality. Sophia had no idea what she had set in motion, and for the first time I wasn't going to shield her from consequences.
There is a strange double life you learn to live in this field. In one world, I was Erin Scott, the quiet daughter at the family table, invisible beside my sister's bright confidence. In the other, I was Lieutenant Scott, scanning data streams for patterns that could mean the difference between safety and catastrophe. Those two worlds had never touched, until now. The last time I saw my family was Christmas. The house smelled of cinnamon and warmth, laughter filling every corner. Sophia stood in the center, recording herself, telling a story about trending a campaign online in under an hour. My parents watched with pride. When I quietly mentioned placing in the top percentile of a cryptologic assessment, the reaction was polite but distant. "That's nice," my father said, "but real impact is something you can see." And just like that, I faded again. In my real world, there is no applause. Only the quiet hum of encrypted signals, the flicker of data, the weight of responsibility. Weeks before that Christmas, I had detected a subtle irregularity in a hostile transmission. Others might have ignored it. I didn't. The report reached Colonel O'Neill, and when he looked at me, there was something I had never seen from my family: respect. "Good catch, Echo 12, he said. "No praise, no exaggeration, just truth." My work mattered. Now, because of Sophia's package, those two worlds collided. She thought it was a harmless joke, something to remind me of my place. She didn't realize the system doesn't care about family, and neither, anymore, could I. By the time the package cleared scanning, the base was under restricted movement. Security doubled, voices lowered, tension everywhere. Colonel O'Neill called me into a windowless briefing room. The package lay sealed in evidence plastic, its cheerful wrapping almost absurd under harsh light. "That phrase triggered red alert protocol," he said. "Hostile intent is assumed until disproven." Red alert wasn't optional. It activated deep investigations, cross-agency checks, and direct questioning of the sender. He watched me carefully. "I can classify this as non-credible. It disappears. No one has to know." Most would have accepted that lifeline. I didn't. Years of being overlooked, dismissed, and minimized rose within me. "If we erase this, she will never understand," I said. He studied me, then nodded. "Compile the investigation file." I did. Every open detail about Sophia, every careless post, every joke about me being her little spy. I invented nothing. I simply revealed truth. When I submitted it, I knew it wasn't revenge. It was consequence. 2 days later, interrogation room 3 waited in silence. A perfect gray box, still and heavy. From behind the glass, I watched military police escort Sophia inside. She looked composed, confident, unaware. She believed it was a mistake, that someone would apologize. The door opened. Colonel O'Neill entered, firm and unmoving. "Sophia Langford, you sent a package triggering a level 4 alert." She laughed lightly. "It was a birthday gift." "Ridiculous." He continued, unmoved. "The phrase matches a known intelligence signal." Her smile faded. "It was a joke, ask Erin." He did not look at the glass. "We must determine whether this was coercion or reckless disregard." The word coercion carries weight. Fear reached her eyes. Then the door opened again. I walked in. Uniform precise, expression calm, folder marked classified in my hand. Her eyes widened. Fear replaced certainty. Sir, I reported, preliminary threat assessment complete. I placed the document before her. The phrase you used matches a sleeper signal tracked for 18 months. It was a joke, she whispered. In this environment, jokes can collapse operations. Your package nearly forced extraction of undercover agents. Her composure broke. Colonel O'Neill spoke quietly. Lieutenant Scott filed this report herself. Duty required it. That was the moment everything changed. You're enjoying this, she said weakly. No, I replied. I'm ensuring you understand consequences. Silence filled the room. Then the session ended. Hours later, she emerged different. Confidence gone, envelopes in hand, silence around her. She saw me across the corridor, tried to speak. I gave a brief nod and turned away. That night, the bass returned to rhythm, but I still saw her standing alone, stripped of certainty. The investigation concluded without charges but left a permanent mark. The system had worked. So had I. 6 months later, I stood before new analysts, presenting Case 91A. I spoke not as a sister, but as an officer. Vigilance matters. Duty does not bend for emotion. Colonel O'Neill's quiet praise meant more than any family approval I had once sought. I no longer needed it. Then came her email. Subject, I'm sorry. Months earlier, I would have opened it with hope. Now, I read it with calm detachment. She wrote of misunderstanding, regret, consequences. I archived it. Not cruelty. Clarity. The ledger was closed. Life moved forward. My work became my purpose, my team my family. One evening, under cold stars, I realized something simple. She had sent a reminder of who she believed I was. Instead, she saw who I had become. Weeks later, I stood in a secure conference room presenting the case to oversight officials. When one senator asked if it was difficult to investigate my own sister, I paused, then answered quietly. Yes, sir. But duty does not ask who you love. It asks who you are. And I chose truth. That night, alone in my office, I opened my grandfather's compass. Direction matters more than speed, he used to say. For years I searched for recognition. Now, I understood something deeper. Respect is not given. It is built, quietly, through endurance and truth. Time passed. Promotions came. Responsibilities grew. Doubt faded. One evening, a young analyst asked if failure frightened me. Failure isn't falling, I told him. It's believing you're worthless when you stand again. Under the silent sky, I realized the final truth. They once called me useless. But the truth did not make them kneel. It made me rise. And sometimes, rising is the only victory that truly matters.